What they discovered is that caregiving changes a person's view of themselves within a relationship over time. I'm going to talk about family caregiving identity theory, which comes from Montgomery and Kozlowski's work. Family caregiving identity theory views family caregiving as a series of role-based transitions spawned from an initial set of family relations that change and evolve over time due to the caregiving context. There are 5 phases in this process. If you look at this pie chart up here, the pie chart represents the role within this family relationship. And here we're talking about a spouse who's also a caregiver. Let's say it's a wife. For however many years, the wife, in her relationship with that man, has always been a wife. And in phase 1 of family caregiving identity theory, the wife starts to perform a couple of caregiving tasks. She may not even realize it at the time, but that's when this process starts. In phase 2, the caregiving activities start to become more involved in the relationship. The caregiving activities extend beyond the scope of the initial family role, and the family member, the wife, starts to actually see herself as a caregiver. She starts to say, oh my gosh, this guy who has always been my husband, now he looks at me partly as a caregiver, and I'm kind of looking at myself partly as a caregiver and less as a wife. Phase 3 is reached when the needs of the care recipient substantially extend beyond the boundaries of the initial family role, which for many people involves assistance with personal hygiene and grooming. And this phase causes varying degrees of discomfort among the family members. The wife is starting to say, oh my gosh, I am as much a caregiver as I am a wife to this man. In phase 4, caregiving comes to dominate the role relationship, prompting more frequent thoughts about nursing home placement and other formal care arrangements. This is where the person starts to say, you know what, I'm more of a caregiver now than I am a wife. In phase 5, if it's reached, the care is turned over to formal care providers, and it's kind of a rebalancing and a reset, a return to phase 2, where the wife gets to be a little bit more of a wife and less of a caregiver.